I know.
Back.
I need a drink before we start. Hold on.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab another one too. I have a Guinness that I'm gonna knock back because it's been sitting in there for a while.
I don't know what I have. I have no idea. Whatever this is, I'm just grabbing one.
I'm honestly not excited about straight Guinness, but alcohol is alcohol right now. So,
I'd take a Guinness.
yeah. It's just after a hazy double, like that's a tough transition.
Well, I'm on a hazy right here, so.
Yeah. But is it a hazy double?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's all right, man.
Whatever.
I'm still catching up to you. You've had plenty tonight.
Shh. Don't tell anybody that's listening to this
What am I not telling them?
that I'm getting started early.
So not good at just like walking past the moment. Don't tell them. Tell them what? That's what they say. Exactly. You move on. That's the joke. Oh, I tried, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another What the Wednesday with myself,
Woo!
Chris Qualizar, and Dusty,
Holy
the Game
fuck.
Hopper, as we both crack open another one as we enjoy the night. We are here just to have some fun, hang out, talk to you all about some things that are going on in the streaming culture, universe, tech, whatever else we want to talk about.
Yeah.
E3 is on the rise.
Just to catch up
Some
because it's been a while.
Yeah. E3's on the rise or in
Yes,
play. Some
right.
crazy things going on there. Some interesting new changes to Twitch. Some limelight or some light at the end of the tunnel, maybe, of the hot tub culture. We'll see. We'll talk a little bit about that tonight.
Probably
But
not.
other than that, Dusty, how has your 3 weeks been, apparently?
Woo! I mean, I know, dude. It's what's happened? So many things. Obviously it's been good. Weather down here is beautiful. We get our rain once in a while, but spend a lot of time in the pool. Missing these nights. It's been weird. It's funny how you get so used to doing something that when it gets, I'm not gonna say taken away, but when it gets pushed aside because we were doing some things for a couple weeks, it just doesn't feel like, it kind of feels like last week was the last time we did it. Time's just been kind of dragging since then. But here we are right back at it, and it doesn't feel like it's been 2 weeks. It feels like it was just yesterday.
It feels
So-
it's really weird, like you're saying, but I mean more so you than me, because I think we
Yeah.
haven't been doing it because I've been busy, not because you have. Not that you haven't been busy, but
Yeah, fair.
I was on vacation last week, and then the week before that we postponed because of
I was not
you,
around.
Yeah, you were.
I
not
came
around.
on late, yeah, so we just hung out, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you can blame me for that one.
So,
yeah.
but it's just funny how this is the plan. It goes into akin to what we try to say of having a schedule, set your schedule, plan your
Yeah.
schedule, and understand your content. And then when that gets thrown out of whack, it's like, what do I do now? Where do I
Right?
go?
Yeah.
How do I makeshift the night when I had a plan to do something, and now
Yeah.
it's kind of thrown an hour off or an hour, either way.
Yeah.
And
Honestly, it's a good moment to reflect on, because as a streamer, it kind of gives you a chance to put yourself in the viewer's shoes. You're having that night where you're not really feeling it, so you decide to just post somewhere, Twitter, whatever it is, Discord, that you're not going live that night. And now you know how your viewers feel that were looking forward to the content you were going to be live with. So just remember that next time. Hey, maybe we don't throw it out of whack. We still go live for a little bit, have a little bit of fun, and keep the schedule rolling.
I mean, that's what we did 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
tried to-
I mean,
we
I still
tried to
jumped
at
on.
least.
Yeah. It was a very unofficial hangout, chat, have a good time.
It was
But,
unrecorded.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was
Yeah.
unofficial. It still existed.
Yeah. Yeah. With you gone last week, I didn't even stream. I mean, be it I was out getting drunk with a friend, which was also fun, but it gave me an excuse to do that. So.
You're like, sorry guys.
Yeah. Oh man. Shucks. No podcast. I won't be here. I'm gonna go get wasted.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
So in about another month we're gonna rebrand from What the Wednesday to Wasted Wednesdays. Is that what I heard? Is that what's going on?
Dude, I like that. Obviously, we got a lot of fun things we want to start doing, guys. Do expect changes to come to What the Wednesday, and changes for the better. Woo!
Well, We'll see.
When I opened this thing, the cap like flew off. Like, I don't know how pressurized or it's like rolling around in the fridge, but like, I don't know where the bottle cap even went. It's gone. I just. All right. Oh, I did that wrong. Oh my god, I'm just bad. All right.
You do everything wrong.
What about you, man? Tell us where you were, what you were doing, what you were up to.
Last week we went to the beach, right? We camped. For those of you that aren't in my Discord, you did not get the graciousness of being able to see the photos of me camping on the beach. It's amazing. It's glorious. It's the best place I can be. It is my getaway, and it is my vacation place that I love to be. So,
which beach did you go to?
Fort Myers Beach, Southwest Florida.
Ah, that's south. Nice.
Yes.
Fort Myers is nice.
Yeah, we got so lucky because this week, I mean, we were there last week. We had like 10 minutes of a light drizzle. Like, no rain, nothing. Wind was gracious. Didn't have to get crazy with anything. But this week, it's getting absolutely hammered with that whatever. That storm
all of Florida's been getting drenched.
That storm that's brewing in the Gulf right now is just getting absolutely. Fort Myers Beach is just getting absolutely railed on. And I was like, we picked the perfect week to go. Like, that was the only week to go. And we
right?
Hit it, so.
Yeah. It's always good to miss out on getting railed.
Yep. Wait.
Oh, cheers to that.
Oh my God.
What do you want to start with? Do you want to go over some E3 stuff? Have you watched anything? Caught up with anything?
So you're the game guy. You're the game guy. I'm the mic guy. Yeah, there you go. So tell me what's going on with E3. The only thing I've seen, honestly, the only thing I've seen from E3, which I assume was related to your Battlefield videos. Woo! By the way, excellent job on your thumbnails. Are very clickbaity. I love the thumbnails.
Dude. Yeah,
dude, I saw the thumbnail and I was like, I gotta watch this now. And the Battlefield videos looked awesome.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's the highlight for me. So the first teaser for that came before E3 started at like the Summer Game Fest from the Game Awards, and then during the Xbox Bethesda showcase on Sunday, they dropped the gameplay footage, which it just looks like they're going to be delivering on what every Battlefield fan enjoyed, which was Battlefield 3 and 4 style gameplay, but just kind of taking it up 10 notches. Map size is going to be insane. So that game right now I have never been so hyped. Like, Cyberpunk doesn't matter. This is a game I grew up playing. I was obsessed with Battlefield. Like, 1942 was the first thing I ever played at a LAN center. If you guys know what that is.
For us old people who know what LAN centers used to be.
That was a big deal. Playing Capture the Flag with my buddies. So I'm very, very excited for that game to come out. The other big note, because I think Xbox and Bethesda, they killed it. Like, they brought the most to E3. They aired 30 trailers for video games, but the big win on their behalf is that 27 of those games are going to be day one Game Pass launches. So if people don't have that subscription service now, they will over the next 6 months because the games are going to be coming to it.
So the one thing, touching on that, right? Like the big thing in the past, like I would say the big thing for 2020 was the Humble Bundle.
Yep.
Right. Big thing in 2020 was Humble Bundle. Sure. You got like one AAA title pretty much every month, and then you got a bunch of like, double A, and then maybe a couple of A rated games. Right. I'm just throwing out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you get a couple like indie games, right, or whatever. And that's the way Humble Bundle worked. And I loved Humble Bundle.
Oh, for sure.
And now, like, since Game Pass came out, I'm like, dude, I can count maybe one game from Humble Bundle that hasn't hit Game Pass.
Yeah, which is nuts. It's crazy. And the fact that, sure, the other discount services and things like that, you get a AAA title like a year after it's been out. But the fact that you're going to be getting $40, $50, $60 games on day one with no gameplay restrictions, and again, even like now when you hear Xbox exclusive, it's also available to all of us on PC. For the most part, there are a couple games that still stay just the console, like MLB The Show. I'm kind of bummed about that, but we don't have to talk about it. It's hard to pass up that kind of deal, and especially a game you're not sure about. instead of spending $60, throw $10 down for a month, play it, and if you don't like it, well, guess what? You have hundreds of other awesome titles to choose from and kill some time with. So.
Yeah, Xbox did a great job. The Medium being one of them, right? The Medium was another one that was a day one release for it.
Yep.
And that was a great playthrough. I loved playing the Medium. I thought that was a great game.
The next one I'm looking forward to a week from now, Dark Alliance, the Dungeons and Dragons action RPG coming out.
Yes.
It's going to be day one on Game Pass. The Ascent is another action RPG style cyberpunk setting shooter that's coming out. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be coming to it. Forza at the end of the year.
Oh, Forza's going to be great.
Ooh,
I'm gonna have to buy it. I'm gonna have to buy a new wheel kit. I'm just gonna have to.
I don't understand how they can just give that game away on a subscription service. Like,
I haven't.
That's crazy.
I haven't had a good wheel kit in. I can't even remember how long. Like, it's been ages since I've had a decent steering wheel setup for Forza.
This is my wheel kit right here.
That's your wheel kit right there.
That's it.
No.
It's better than mouse and keyboard, at least.
Yeah, way better than mouse and keyboard for sure.
Doing the back and forth as you're driving on the road.
You're like tapping left to. Yeah. Yep.
You're like that 80-year-old grandmother behind the wheel that you can't stay in the lane.
It's like you have to reduce the sensitivity so it turns itself into a boat so you can go like this while you're steering.
Yeah, you have to turn on the ability to oversteer with it. It'd be beautiful. Other stuff, it's, Halo Infinite coming at the end of the year. That's going to be free to play, which is kind of cool. I might actually play a Halo game for once because of that. Ubisoft has some interesting titles. If you're into extreme sports, Riders Republic is a game coming out in the next couple of months. Far Cry 6 at the end of the year. It's going to be a really good end of summer through holiday 2021 for games. So just keep your eye out on what's coming out.
So let's talk about Battlefield for a second.
Sure.
Battlefield 2024, right, is what
2042.
it's titled. 2042. Okay.
The dyslexia will figure itself out eventually.
Yep. Battlefield 2042. Now, do you really think that Battlefield 2042 is going to be able to compete without leveraging a BR in its gameplay? Like, you have to think, like, I was thinking about this, like, after watching your gameplay trailers, I've been thinking about this for about another 2 days, and I've been trying to understand, like, Call of Duty implemented a BR. You have your Fortnite, you have your Apex, you have what used to be Realm, you have all these games that have just leveraged all their content around BRs and around battle passes and around, that's the way the games have survived. Do you think that Battlefield 2042 will be able to survive without a BR?
100%. And the reason being because Battlefield, they did try a BR in Battlefield. I think it was 1. What was the last one they did? 1 or 5? It was called Firestorm. It was an absolute disaster. Horrible. The gameplay was all right. The inventory system was really bad. The item dropping was Warzone level. I still think that's something that Warzone does really, really poorly. The fact that it just scatters the items on the ground and you kind of have to find the gun you're looking for to pick it up. But I think we're at the point where the BR isn't really what everybody's looking for, especially the fans of Battlefield. From the trailers themselves, they are tailoring to what the community loved about the games, which is that large-scale chaos. And you're still going to have your close quarters combats on the maps because they're so big and there's so many, little areas to get caught up in fights between tanks and while jets are fighting each other over above and helicopters, and so just delivering the experience we've wanted with the modern combat coming back. Obviously being 2042, we get some futuristic items in there as well. It's what we've been waiting for. And, Battlefield was always a big competitor of Call of Duty during those Battlefield 1942, 2, 3, 4 days. It kind of fell off with 5 and 1. I think this is going to bring them back to a pretty good market share. I'm not going to say it's going to be a Call of Duty killer because, there's still going to be plenty of people that want to play Warzone just for that Battle Royale aspect. But I think for multiplayer, you're going to see more people playing Battlefield than Call of Duty.
So the one thing to me, and I'm thinking of this from from a large scale perspective, right? You're mentioning 128 players. You're talking about 256.
Well, 64 versus 64 is the max.
I thought it went 128, 128.
No, 128 total.
Okay,
max
so 64 versus 64. Okay, so 128 players. Man, I'm trying to think.
How it works?
Not how it works, but like...
Okay.
Because you have the platoons, and then you have all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah,
like
you have your squads of 4, usually inside them. So each team will be made up of what? Math quick, 10, 24, 16 squads.
Is that what it is? Now, each squad then has to, like, complete an objective?
Yeah, I mean, the squad's free to do whatever they want. For the most part, you're joining up with friends, you get placed in a squad, and you'll have the individual comms set up with your squad. Then there's like squad leaders that are able to, I think, broadcast to the whole team. Again, I don't know how they're going to set it up. I'm just going off of past Battlefield experiences.
Right.
So you can set. Have you played any Battlefield at all in your days?
Not anything actively. So here was my thing with Battlefield is it always turned into a situation where I was very late adopter.
Fair.
So then when I would put myself into the game, I was always like well behind the curve, like trying to level up my characters, get my guns, etc. Like I'd play a medic and I'd just be like, "Oh, I'm dead." I don't know what's going on, right? Like
the nice
I didn't understand
this game
enough.
is it'll avoid that because you can actually this Battlefield 2042 is also foregoing any type of campaign, which for me at the end of the day is fine. I've never grabbed one of these games that I look forward to the multiplayer for the campaign as well. Sure, it was a fun little side bonus to kind of get to know the game a little bit, use it as a tutorial or such. But what you can do with all the game modes and all the maps is you can load up by yourself with a squad of friends and play against PC, like AI-controlled opponents. And it's still going to give you points for all XP weapons and things like that. So obviously... make it a little bit easier if you're not getting into a lobby full of sweats that are just going to spawn camp you and things like that. So
sure.
But yeah, because I can see what you're saying. It's sometimes rough because you do have to level up the guns, the vehicles, and all that stuff to get the bonus perks for them. I do have to say, compared to my COD experience, it definitely feels like it was faster leveling up your characters and weapons in Battlefield.
Okay.
Especially playing those big maps, where a lot of stuff happens, and even if you just have like a gun out and you're grabbing a capture point in Conquest, you're still getting XP for your class, your weapon, and all that kind of things that you have equipped on you while you're doing other stuff as well. It's not just purely on get a kill with this gun. So I don't know. I'm very hopeful. I love the Conquest mode. It splits it up. The maps they talked about larger scale than they've ever been, where even like little subsections will have their own capture points. So you can't win a game by having all 64 players focus on one spot. You almost have to have one squad going each place, which does create these kind of 4v4 scenarios inside this massive warfare zone.
Right. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a really fun...
Yeah.
I think it's a really fun game.
Oh, it's a blast, man. Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm going to have to scrub and play for it. And with you, Nathan, right, et cetera, I think we'll have enough. I think I'll have enough people that want to play it that it'll make the game enjoyable for me, right? And that's kind of my, like when we played Rogue Company, right? I'm totally fine with being the guy that stands in the back and just heals everybody or does whatever, right? Like I'll be the corpsman, no problem. Just sign me up, and I will get 0 kills, but I'll get 15 revives, and I'll be great to go, right? Like that. I feel great doing that. So I think Battlefield 2042 is going to be a good game. I do think that we're going to see a good amount of shift to it, right? In that aspect, right? You're talking about the difference between Valorant and Call of Duty, right? Like the number of people who see Valorant as a good game versus see Call of Duty as a good game. You're going to see that same type of, I think Battlefield fills a different void there, that where you have that fast-paced arcade action of Call of Duty and that really slow-paced Counter-Strike action of Valorant, right? You get kind of a meld of both of those into Battlefield 2042. in the Battlefield
especially
games
with all
in
the
general.
different, especially with they're introducing a lot of new game modes and things like that in this one as well. Which some of it's smaller scenario, close quarter stuff. The large scale is what I always enjoyed. Again, just there's nothing like just running down a freaking stretch of street with like tanks rolling past you, helicopters blowing up in the sky, jets flying over. It's just again, the game created the phrase only in Battlefield for a lot of moments that just you never see in any other game. And it's so true. And I'm really looking forward to getting back into it. Loading up with friends. It's gonna be fun, man.
So the concept of vehicle combat is very interesting because that's something that doesn't exist in Call of Duty today.
Yeah, I know they had their warfare mode in the regular Call of Duty. I don't know. I don't think it was popular at all. People don't really seem to talk about it. I think the Call of Duty Modern Warfare, whatever the most recent one was, had a warfare mode or something.
And it had combat?
Vehicles. Yeah, I don't know. That's Brandon. I was talking to Brandon. He was talking about it, and he said that's what he didn't like about that mode. So, again, it's one of those things that you got to play Battlefield because they do it well. I like Battlefield 3 was my biggest jam. I was a big tank guy. I was like top 3 in the world playing that game for the first 6 months because I literally did nothing else. But then you have the people who in the jets who have like the full-fledged flight sticks and everything, and the guys who take the choppers real serious. So it's like you almost have like a bunch of different games within the one game itself.
Sure.
Where you have people dogfighting the whole time, and it's just about knocking each other out, where they're really not affecting the ground warfare and things like that.
Yep.
And that's another thing that's great about Battlefield, like you were saying. You don't have to go in there and get 50 kills. You can go in there and you can defend capture points. You can be the one taking out all the vehicles. You can play your role in a lot of different ways and still be a part of that victory and still feel just as satisfied about it.
So are you saying that Battlefield 2042 is going to be your game for 2021? Like your release game? I mean, obviously it's coming out in November, so it's not the game for 2021, but it's going to be your game for 2022 maybe?
Yeah. I'll be surprised if I don't put 1,000 hours into that next year.
Streamed or not streamed?
I don't know. I'm gonna play it just as much off stream probably as on stream.
I mean, yeah.
We'll see. Maybe this will be the game, that I get on and I blow up.
This is the game.
And then it will be the one that I play,
this
8
is the
hours
game.
a day, 5 days a week as a full-time streamer.
This is the game. This will be the game. Let's do it. Just say it.
Heck yeah.
Just say it. This is gonna be the game.
Yeah, it's gonna be the game, man. I'm excited they're adding like a specialist concept where outside of just picking your character class, which also doesn't like limit you to weapons now, you're going to have characters to pick from that have like special perks and stuff.
I loved the gun change concept.
Yeah.
Like the quick
switch attachments.
Switching attachments live in combat.
Crazy.
That is also mind-blowing.
Yeah. I mean, you got to think though, these guys out in the field.
Yeah, they can do that.
If they have to, yeah.
Exactly.
They're not just might not just carry one magazine. If they might have a different type of ammo, or they might have a scope that they can throw on, for the long range compared to the close. So
exactly. So switching. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Switching gears though, because we could probably talk about Battle.
Oh yeah.
We could probably talk about Battlefield for another 20 minutes.
Talk about it till it comes out.
I know. I will say one last thing. When I watched that video of that guy like flying the plane, jumping out, shooting somebody with a rocket launcher, and then getting back in, and you were like, "I called it," and I was like, "That's a thing? Like people really do that?" And everybody was like, "Yeah, that really happens in Battlefield." And I'm like,
"What?" It's called the Rendezvous.
The Rendezvous. Right. Yeah. Rendezvous. That's crazy.
Yeah, like a rendezvous bazooka shot where you leave your plane and oh yeah, the guy who first did that, his montage video like exploded on the internet and then it became a thing.
But so when you can do stuff like that, that's cool. That's crazy.
Right?
I love it. I love it.
Oh yeah, all for it.
So,
all right, what are we hitting next?
Jumping into Twitch news.
Are we jumping into it?
No, I mean not the
splashing into the next topic.
Not the splashing yet. No. Let's not splash away just yet. We don't want to show all of our cards yet. Twitch made the announcement last week right? While I was on vacation. They had to make this announcement while I was on vacation because I was like, I saw this come out and quote jumped at me and he's like, dude, this is huge news. And I'm like, I'm on vacation this week. Of course it is. Of course it is. You know, the 1 week I go on vacation. The new emote policies coming out to all channels and some, you know, affiliate and partner channels, right? Follower emotes. Dude, follower emotes are going to be huge for Twitch creators.
Yeah.
That's going to be great. Like the one thing we as affiliates have always complained about is the limited number of emote slots.
Yeah.
And
6, it's dumb. It's so dumb.
6, no matter what you do as an affiliate, you could have 1,000 subscribers as an affiliate. You could have 1,000 viewers as an affiliate. Yep. And you still sit with 6 emote slots. Like there's nothing you can do about that. And while that's great,
we get ones for bits as well, but like
that's we do get bit ones
from the people, and that's just talking about just straight subscriber. They should get more than just 6 emotes.
Right. So you get them, and you're looking at now. You're going to be given 5 follower emotes? 5. I think it is. So you're gonna have 5 in channel only, which is okay, right? Woo. Like in my channel only. So you make those relative to the content you're creating, or you make them relative to your channels per se, right? And then you have the huge news is animated emotes.
I've already talked to my artist. I got him waiting.
Animated emotes, like. That's a mind-blowing feature that it's existed, right? Like, and here's the thing, like animated emotes have existed on Twitch. Like if you look at bit donations, right? If you do a bit donation with the Doge, right? He'll sit there, then he'll stick his tongue out, then he'll disappear, and then he comes back, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's something that's really, really, really cool. I love animated emotes, and you see all kinds of like GIF emotes and stuff like that, but there's a lot of times where like a creator can do like something ridiculous. If all of my emotes are related to my face, right? Pretty much. Like most of them are related to my face, right? Like they're all, so if I do something just ridiculous and I turn that into a GIF, here you go. Spin it into an emote. You know, make it happen.
I mean, even if it can be real simple too, you know, something where it's just like a real plain face of yours, and then it, you know, blinks over to the crazy face and kind of goes back and forth. You know, there's a lot of fun stuff that's going to be had with these. I can't wait to see people like training them together, you know, where like using these 5 emotes in succession with the way they animate is going to do something really cool.
Like,
you know?
I'm totally
like wave back and forth.
Yes. I'm totally down and ready for these to turn into a real thing, like to be accessible, because I mean, honestly, I don't have any content that's ready for them yet. Like I really don't. Like I don't have any. I don't have any gifts of myself, but I can guarantee I like that I can just like say, hey, quote, I need 5 GIF emotes, and he will magically find some way to find my hips thrusting to get to create an emote. At least one.
I like it.
At least one.
I like it. Yeah.
Back when my hips actually worked.
Oh yeah.
Before I became an old man. That was a year ago before I became an old man.
Yeah. But the animated emotes, I think that concept, again, it's awesome. But I still think, to me, that's like just a cool little side note to the fact that the rest of us are going to be getting more emote slots in general to use for our communities.
Yeah. Now the question:
we want to give you guys a way to interact with us and other people, and
now the best thing would
love
be
and support.
The best
without
thing
having
to me,
to pay necessarily too.
The best thing to me would be being able to use the GIF emotes, even if you don't have a GIF for it, right? Just using it as a still emote and just turning it into a GIF. Right, just to have the emote, right? Even if it doesn't work, right? Even if it doesn't move, you just create it as a GIF and then upload it, right?
Yeah.
Just to have the slots. Having the slots, period, makes it valuable.
More slots is always better.
Now, I will be interested to see how it plays out, if that's correlated to, because I don't think they've gone to announce if it's all tier 1, tier 2, like what the plan is for all of that. But I do look forward to seeing what Twitch has to do with it. And as more news comes out related to it, what happens.
Yeah. It's good things. This is one of those things that I think Twitch is doing right for once. And this isn't a move that...
No.
I don't think it monetarily benefits them in any way. Not that I can see, not yet. Not yet, you know?
I still think it pushes for more subscriptions, but, I mean, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, until they release it, and then it says animated emotes are only tier 3, you know? Like, then it's
something
like,
tier 2 or
right,
plus.
Twitch,
Tier 2 plus.
I see what you're doing now, yeah. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Now,
that's, I mean, on the way, guys. Look forward to them.
That's all we have on that one. I mean, nothing. I don't think there's nothing we can debate on that. Like, I think we both think that that's a great idea.
Yeah.
There's no way that anybody can pitch to me.
I just have so many ideas I'm ready to make happen.
I still think we need more slots. I still think we need more.
Yeah.
But this is a good. Thank you, Twitch. We appreciate it. Thank you for doing something that supports us for once.
Yeah. I mean, we'll be the guys, Q, that will hit partner and we'll have, 60 emote slots and we'll still say that that's not enough.
It's never enough.
There's always room for more content.
It's never enough.
Nope, never.
Give me all mine. Like, listen, I'll pay for my own emote server. Just give me all of them.
Right?
At that point.
Pay a monthly fee to have more emote slots available. Don't tell Twitch that, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that a thing? Yeah. Could we do that?
An affiliate plus program. You just pay extra.
You pay extra to be an affiliate. Instead of them paying you, instead of taking 50, they take 60% of every subscription.
Yeah.
The affiliate plus
program from your payout. Oh man, we're giving them ideas now. We gotta stop talking.
Watch, a month from now, Twitch was listening in.
I swear, man. Imagine if something like that rolls. I'm gonna say it was us. Somebody's watching. They took it from us. It's our fault. Everybody can blame us for that, or thank us if it turns out to be a cool thing.
Now, you asked me about this next one. I didn't know anything about it until Twitter. I saw a picture on Twitter, but I didn't know anything about it. What the heck is going on, dude?
I mean, it kind of ties in a little bit with your hot tub streaming kind of falling off a bit.
Okay, so as those that are regular listeners, watchers, whatever, Dusty and I have
all you lovely people.
Yeah, all you lovely people, all of our Patreons, thank you so much. All of our subscribers, everybody that watches this content, we love you all.
Love you.
And we appreciate every view, every credit, every retweet, every share, every Discord post, everything that ever exists. We appreciate you all.
Every second you spend doing anything with us.
Yes, thank you very much. But I will say that, what the heck? Are you guys tired of us talking about hot tub streams yet? Because I think we're coming to the close. I think we're almost there. Listen, they're not even hot tubbing anymore. They're now sucking on microphones. Like, let's understand exactly what's going on. I took a peek on Monday.
ASMR trend.
I took a peek on Monday, and it got me on Otters. You were there. I got me on Otters. I took a peek on Monday, and the hot tub stream category is dying. If Indy's not on, if Amaranth's not on, it's dead, right? You've got two big streamers in the category. Other than that, it's dying, right? It's phasing out. It's going away.
The trolley guys in bikinis and people doing silly stuff still. Like, the meme hot tub streams are still up there.
But they're still they're 1,000 maybe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
they're not these huge they're not these huge channels, right?
The category is sub 10K when it's not Indy or Amaranth or some of the other big ones on there.
But what are the other big ones? Name another big. I mean, I got Indy, Amaranth. That's it.
Faith. I think Faith is a name I've seen up there. Again, this is like 3 or 4K. Like, nobody puts up the 10K like Amaranth and Indy. Azra, it's another like 3 or 4 thou. Why do I know this? Because I follow Indy and it always shows me recommendations when she's online. But now they're doing ASMR. And
so hot tubs are dying.
Crosses the line more than the hot tubs does.
Right. Hot tubs are dying. What's the next trend going to be? What's the next meta going to be? Listen, I saw a photo on Twitter today of Indy sitting in pink lace shorts. Like they had like holes all the way through them. Like the shorts were like 60% see-through, theoretically, like 60% see-through.
Well, yeah, and we'll disregard the clothing. Like, it's
no,
sure,
we're not.
This is what girls wear.
Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
You can jump on it.
Sure. Whatever.
The lacy crop top that might as well be a bra. Like, we'll call it a shirt. Whatever. I'll accept all those things.
The attire policy goes out the window. But regardless, ASMR is now coming into play.
And it's not just like, sure. I mean, I'm not going to say I understand ASMR. I know it's a thing. People like to listen to sounds. Whatever they might be, yeah. Whispering and scraping things, and sure, it made its trend through YouTube and a lot of different things going on. But the fact that we're now getting lickathons where these streamers are just like making out with their microphones, I just don't get it. I mean, and again, I don't blame them. It's we're all out there consuming the content. We're the weirdos. We're the ones that go in there in droves and sub for it. So of course, let them make their money. Good for them, being the smart businesswomen that they are, to cash in on every opportunity they can. I'm never going to point the finger at them ever for any of this. But it's one of those things where you go into these streams and you just take in the content for 10 minutes. It doesn't feel like it's something that belongs on Twitch. It's just, I don't know. You tell me your opinions, man. I want to hear your brief.
There's no brief
interactions with Twitter,
there's no brief. It's like so I can't stand Indie Fox. I'm gonna get super heated about this conversation, and I'm just gonna
get heated,
whatever.
Man.
But
get heated.
Like,
it's a podcast for
the whole thing about it. If you have and I have to preface this because of our auditory
up, man.
Because of our auditory listeners, I have to preface this because I can't make it visual. If you sit in front of your camera and you take your photos and you stick your tongue out to the top, top side of your mouth, like and you're trying to make that face, that like sexy face. I'm a guy. I can't make the sexy face. I just don't. I can't. It doesn't work.
You're killing it.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. Right. But when you do that, you know what you're doing, right? Like, you know what you're doing. And I would say 90% of photos that exist of Indy, that's what those are, right? You know what you're doing. You know what that is. Like, there's no, like, I'm not trying to break the attire policy. I'm not trying to be lewd.
No, yeah.
I'm not trying to be, like, that's not what my content's about. That is 90% of what your content is about. When you have a subathon and one subscription pays for, 15 to 30 seconds or something of licking on the side of your microphone, like literally licking your microphone.
I do have to say those ASMR mics are cool. How it gives you the...
I love the ear things. I love the ear things. Those are super cool. Yeah. But seriously?
Not the purpose I thought that they'd be used
seriously? Like she literally has her tongue inside of a plastic ear for 30 seconds, and you're watching her do it and listening to her do it.
Hours on end.
Why?
Throwing money at her.
Why?
That's why it's not her fault. Like, Twitch, obviously, I don't know if this is something that they'll step in on. But I'm also gonna sit here, I'm gonna say why to the 15,000, the 10,000, the 20,000 people that are going there to consume that content. Why? Why, people? Just tell me why. Give me a good reason outside of like, oh yeah, I like it. I just like the way it sounds.
No,
I don't get it.
No, you don't like the way it sounds. Right now, Indie Fox is live.
Yeah.
In the ASMR category. See, and this is probably why the beaches category has died. The beaches, hot tubs, pools category has died because Indie is now in ASMR, right? And she is doing a 4K ASMR ear licking yoga. This is yoga pose. in quotation marks, because she's not yoga posing. She's laying on her bed with her camera focused on her backside. There's no yoga posing going on here. There's no yoga involved.
Isn't any pose yoga if you just exist as a human being? Like
Sure.
right now I'm doing yoga.
Yeah.
Doing the sad panda right now.
And by the way, my preface was 1 sub equals 30 seconds of licking. And she has, what is this? 449 subscriptions today?
Hey, you know,
is that today or that can't be monthly? That can't be monthly.
It's definitely be a daily. They always do. I say the ones who are cashing in on these trends, hot tubs, things.
And
like
she's
that.
definitely licking the microphone right now. This is weirding me out looking at it. Like, I can't even look at this because it's just gross. Like, this is a silicone piece of plastic that you're licking along. Like, does she sanitize that after every stream? Is she licking? So. Is she licking yesterday's breakfast off of her microphone when she streams the next day?
I just, like, we talked about, you know, once that phase is over,
what was going to be next?
Something else.
I was hoping it would be better.
What I was assuming.
I was hoping it would get better, not worse. Like, what?
Like, I mean, yeah, you go into one of those streams and you close your eyes, like, you could be watching some things on other websites with what you're hearing.
And I think that's the intention. So
no,
there's your intention.
They're making money. Yeah.
There's your intention. And that is exactly why I believe that Indy and Amaranth and Alinity now, right? These streamers should not exist on Twitch. We've talked about this in the past. We've talked about, we've beat around the bush on this, but I do not think these streamers should still exist on Twitch if their content is focused around lewd, nudity, or whatever you're trying to preface it on. Like, whatever way you want to categorize it. If you're prefacing on selling your body for a value, for subscriptions, you should not be doing that on Twitch.
Yeah, I do differ opinions there with you. I don't blame them. They're cashing in on loopholes and gray areas in the rules. Like, again, it's if they weren't allowed to do those things, they wouldn't be. You know, they're not going to come on the platform here to do things that are against the rules. You know, sure, they skirt the lines because that's the content people want to watch. You know, they want to see the stuff that's like, ooh, what's going to be the close to the ban this time? It's on Twitch. It's on Twitch to set the rules and make those gray areas not so gray. So they can't get away with this kind of stuff.
Right.
I'm not saying they're getting away with anything. It's just, I agree, it's not content I would expect on the platform.
Exactly.
But it's not the streamer's responsibility to make that decision.
It is though. It is, isn't it? If it's not, then that's just saying, like,
I mean, they're deciding to do it because they know they can get away with it, and they know that that's the content.
They know that that's gonna sell, and it's gonna boost them on other platforms. I totally understand, but and you're right. You're right. I would say,
I mean, like girls
they're
like
skirting.
Indie, like sure, some of them have OnlyFans and stuff like that. Some show lots of stuff. Some don't. If they wanted to really cash in, you know, they would cash in, if you get what I'm saying there. So that's why I don't know, they wouldn't do this if they were only going to get 500 viewers in their channel and 10 subs a night.
Sure.
They wouldn't, because they know it's going to get 100 times that.
No, I totally understand what you're saying.
So, yeah. Which I still don't understand too.
Like, I think Twitch.
There's so much free shit on the internet. What are people doing?
Exactly. I think Twitch should be taking. I think Twitch should be taking a stance on this, hard stance on this, and saying, "Hey, this is lewd. This is crude. This is illicit. This is not content that should be regulated for a 13-year-old kid. Get it off our platform, or it's gone." Right? You have to.
Because
it's. That's my problem.
Son?
My son is 10.
Yeah. Imagine you walk into his room and his computer's speakers are on and he's watching one of these streams and you're hearing what you're hearing. You're going to think some things.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Like, and you're not going to be okay with it.
Nope. Not by any means.
Well,
I'm definitely
like,
not going to be
this is-
okay.
Yeah. This is not content meant for people under the age of 18. Regardless of how innocent you want to say it is, whatever you want to classify it as, it's not anything that anybody under the age of 18 would want their parents walking in their room and hearing. You know,
And
it'd
this
be
is-
one of those quick, like, oh, speakers, where's the mute button? Where's the minimize? Get me out of here. Like, people are going to have the heart attack panic moments like they're doing something wrong.
And I can tell you, this is where I would say that YouTube has leverage, right? Not necessarily from a viewer perspective, not necessarily from anything, but from a wholesome content perspective. Because, I mean, YouTube lets some things skate by, but for the most part,
I mean, there's some weird shit on YouTube. We can dive into some crazy rabbit
I would
holes there
I would
if you
have to really get by. I would have to really get by. You know,
Yeah,
the
I
fact
have
that
some
the fact. See, the thing
I'm
is,
not gonna throw out.
the thing is, the fact that Indie Fox is not regulated to a mature stream, but on a YouTube video, what was it? A monkey, Ludwig, a monkey. Ludwig reacted to a video of a Ludwig reacted to a video that was already on YouTube of a monkey throwing feces at a little girl. Funny video, right? By the way, but Ludwig did a react video to it. And he laughed about it, and his channel got banned.
Yeah.
Temporarily. It came back.
Yeah.
It came
That
back.
was a little heart attack moment for him.
It was. And you know, but considering that YouTube takes those stances for stuff like that, when it comes to child regulated content, because YouTube's been through the scares, right? What was the I forget what it was called, because my kids went through it. It was the girl that was telling kids to like hurt themselves, and like kids were listening.
Oh, the music that was like yeah.
Something about it. It was like some video of a creepy girl that was like telling kids to like cut themselves and stuff like that, and kids were doing it, right? It turned out to be a huge spoof, but it originated on YouTube, and YouTube got a ton of flack for it, and there you go, right? Like, it happened, and YouTube got a ton of flack for it. And now, every time I post a video, I have to say, is this video regulated for kids? No. Are any kids present in this video? No, right? Like, I have to hit all these buttons to say whether or not this content can even exist on YouTube for certain age groups. Whereas Twitch, you just log in and you type in a URL, and Indie Fox is in my face without any clicks.
Yeah. It is really interesting, too, now that you bring that up, that YouTube seems to get all the accountability thrown on them when anything bad pops up on their platform. But all the crap that happens on Twitch, the finger never gets pointed at them. It gets pointed at the streamer. It's interesting. It's never Twitch's fault, you know? It's always, oh, well, this streamer, what are they doing? Why are they making that decision? And, Twitch just throws an empty ban at it at the end of the day to quiet the moment and move on.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Twitch needs to be more accountable.
Twitch needs to be very more. Twitch keeps saying that, like, every time Twitch is like, oh, we banned them, or oh, we've managed this, we've regulated it, we've stopped it, and maybe part of that is because YouTube is existing content. YouTube is housing the content, right, and storing it, whereas Twitch is expected to be live, right? So it's the streamer interacting with their audience in real time versus YouTube is we allowed them to upload it and store it on our servers, but in the end of the day, right, VODs exist, clips exist, etc., right? Yep. So, I mean, if anybody runs Fraps, you could still get clips of any of these people. Does anybody still run Fraps? Is Fraps still a thing?
I was going to say, I don't know if that's still a thing, man. I know what you're talking about, but... Freaking Fraps, dude. What a throwback. I mean, you can just record with OBS, right? Like,
we need to start calling this the old guy's tech channel. The old guy tech channel. Rogue doesn't even know what Fraps is, so it must be really old.
We're just the Florida old farts, man. Fucking Fraps, dude. What a throwback. God, I would take all my Counter-Strike montage videos back in the day. Good times.
But yeah, it's
Look
one
it
of
up,
those.
all you young folk.
Yeah. Just type in Fraps in Google. You'll figure it out. Don't worry about it.
Oh God, I love it. I love it.
So it's just one of those things where like you can't keep and Twitch has been very lucky that they've been able to pass the blame, and one day that's not going to happen, and it's going to come back to bite them, and it's going to come back to haunt them, and they're going to get in trouble.
Especially,
they are.
Yeah, there are some bad stories, things that have happened that definitely could have cast a darker light on Twitch. Which again, I mean, yeah, I don't know how they do it, to be honest. There was what? Do you remember that story with it's like some young kid that put like his cat in the microwave or something because chat was telling him to?
Yeah. I do remember something about that. Yeah, I do remember something about that but that's a
nothing happened. Just so
right.
People know the cat is fine. Nothing was ever put like.
That's a different situation. That's having a young streamer. That's even still like we talk about my kid, right? We talk about Riley being 10.
But that's still something that Twitch needs to be held accountable for. The fact that kid was able to get on the platform, hit go live, have an audience of people much older than him influencing his decisions. And nothing,
I still think
that there needs to be.
I still think the capability.
I don't know how you moderate that, but
I still think the capability to create content as a 13-year-old is insane. Like without an adult. Look. If you can't vote, if you can't rent a car, you can't buy cigarettes, you can't buy beer. Why are you able to present yourself in front of thousands of people and allow them to tell you what to do? Like, it doesn't make sense. I would even be safe to say maybe 16, because even 13 to 16 is a huge age difference. But even 16, I did a lot of really stupid things at 16. If somebody offered to give me money when I was 16 years old, I would have done a lot more stupider things. People were like, "Hey, I'll give you $5 to stick that bee in your eyeball." I'd be like, "Yeah, let's do it." Right, $5.
Woo, I'll eat it afterwards.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't need the eyeball. It's okay. Like, I'm immortal. Like, I don't really care.
Yeah,
they don't understand it. And
you're not wrong, man. Yeah,
it's one of those things that I just think that Twitch needs to come to an understanding that their average streamer age is continuing to go up. I mean, granted, we're both in our 30s, right? So the average age of streamers is continuing to go up. I know plenty of people 25 plus, 35 plus in their 40s that are still streaming. It's going up. They need to regulate their content to fit that because their viewer age is going up. And these young kids are impressionable and they don't need to be on the platform where these older trolls come and feed them
these kids,
crap.
They don't know who they are or who they want to be or where they fit in. So it's one of those things, like you said, they're just, they get told to do something and they're going to do it to be, like a kid in school. They want to fit in with the cool kid, cool group, so they're going to change the clothes they wear and how they act. And, it's just, they're too susceptible to any type of motivation like that.
Exactly right. It's exactly right. So I think Twitch needs to fix the ASMR content. I think, what's coming into ASMR. Is Amaranth on this train yet? I haven't seen.
Yeah, I saw her doing it the other day. It was one of those things where once I saw, I think Indy was the first one I saw doing it. Then I looked in the ASMR category and everything was licking, lickathon, lick this, lick that. And I was just like, holy crap. I mean, first off, guess good on people to find the trend and go along with it. But it doesn't belong on this platform.
Yeah. Especially, so here's the thing too. Here's the thing too. When Indy regulates all of her content, so there's some content creators, and here's my preface. I would say, Indy, there's some content creators that regulate their content to say like, hey, go to my OnlyFans. Hey, go to my Snapchat.
Yeah.
Hey, go to my everything Indy posts says. Go follow my channel on Twitch. Right, that is her main focal point. Right?
Yeah, she doesn't really cash in on any of the other stuff. And I don't think you can actually link to an OnlyFans from your Twitch account. I think that's against their rules. Because usually it's
on a Twitch. On a Twitch, you can't.
Right. Yeah. You go to your Instagram, and then the Instagram has a link tree or whatever it is. And then, there you find the OF. Again, good for people who use it. It's great. You know, a lot of people are making a lot of money. That's awesome. I just don't think Twitch is the appropriate connection for any of that type of content.
Right.
That's my opinion.
That's exactly. I totally agree with you. If you want, like, I don't support the content that goes on OnlyFans. I don't. But you want to do that?
I have nothing against.
You want to do that?
You know, people are gonna. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna say you do that. You do you, right? Like, I don't directly think it's a good. I don't directly think it's a good idea, but you do you, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be on there, but you do you, right? And you know what?
Yeah.
That's okay. But don't make Twitch your main platform if all you're gonna do is create lewd content. If you're using it to regulate content elsewhere.
Yeah, using it to pull it in. Yeah, I get that. I'll never judge anybody for trying to make a living. You know, trying to cash in any way you can. If you tell me, hey, I can go sign up on this website, make an account, and pull in $10,000 a month, I'm gonna do it. You know, like I like everybody else want to make as much money as I can now and retire and live a happy life at some point. So, but you know, again, it's if they want to make a Twitch after dark and it's a completely different website you go to and it's all 18 plus content, go for it.
Exactly.
But right now, you have a platform where there's a lot of susceptible young people and people who are here to do a lot of other things and not be exposed to that. That's the way you got to keep it.
Yep. I'm totally right with you. Totally understanding of that. Now, with that, we are closing in on our hour-long moment. Did we miss something? It felt weird. It felt like it went by really fast. I don't think we missed anything though.
I mean, that was pretty much the main points, right? I'm trying to think of anything else.
I'm on Discord messages right now, trying to pop in and see.
Just good. I can't pull that up without changing things on my screen. So.
Legathons, emotes, hot tubs are on a decline. We talked about that. We're good.
Yeah,
we did it. Did we miss anything?
Do you think that they'll swing back to hot tubs if the ASMR thing gets cracked down on?
I don't think the ASMR thing will get cracked down on. I honestly don't
think so.
I'm taking my shirt off. ASMR, here we come.
Ooh.
I'm gonna rub my shirt on my microphone. It's happening right now.
It's funny for me that like the ASMR thing that people are so into is like my biggest pet peeve.
I can't stand it.
Hearing like these small noises that you don't want to hear on a whole nother volume. Like the people that are into like food chewing and stuff like that, like, oh, I just want to punch them in the face. That sounds I don't want in my life. I just want silence for the most of the time. Oh man, am I so happy I'm not listening to your stream right now. I feel bad for everybody out there. Just static feedback like crazy. Oh.
You didn't enjoy my shirt?
You think the hot tub thing is over?
I think it's going away. I do. I think it's done.
They keep the category though, right? It's
yeah,
there.
I think the category is going to be there. I think the category is going to be there indefinitely.
I'm going to need it when I do my hot tub stream
exactly.
in a couple months. So.
You mean we're going to need it when we do wings, tubs and wings and water, whatever it was called?
Yeah, hot tub, hotter
hot
wings.
Tubs, hotter wings. Yeah, there you go.
Yep. I'm excited for that. I wonder if dunking her head in underwater makes the heat less or more extensive.
Nope. Neither. I don't think it'll change.
Bad idea. Especially if it gets in the water, you know, and somehow like makes its way
to other. Oh,
even though there's plenty of water that it should just like dissipate.
Okay, we're not even gonna go there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening into another episode of What the Wednesday. I'm glad you all were here. For those of you that listen to us directly, we are back. Woo! We're back in rotation. We're getting things done again. Look forward to some cool things coming in the future. We're trying to plan some more together content, live content, with each other content. I don't know what we're trying to say.
New segments, a lot of fun stuff.
Yep. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you all. We will check you all next week.
See ya!